These are the police Sur-Rons that have been brought in by the Met to combat mobile phone theft and watch theft around London. Can you pursue on these?
Absolutely.
Right. Can you take people off on these?
You can.
Do those people need to be wearing helmets?
Absolutely not.
You've been told if you're on a Sur-Ron and the police get behind you, you do not have to be wearing a helmet. And that's from the task force as well, isn't it? That's your job. Your job is to especially go around on these vehicles and get the people making the bad decisions, committing the crime.
Totally.
We've just done some videos on tactical training. First, tell me what the tactical training is. If you see a bike and it's going down the road, how would you try and stop that bike?
We've got various tactics. It depends on the circumstances, what the bike's been involved in, if there's intelligence on that specific bike, or if we've witnessed it do a particular offence, for example. The best tactic of all is smashing them off.
Yeah.
At low speeds, knocking them off when they're going around a bend, when they're least expecting it. You know, tapping the back wheel, it will buckle the back wheel, or knock them over.
Yeah.
What we have experienced is when you allow it to get into a pursuit, then the speeds increase, the risks increase, not only to the rider itself, but to the general public. They'll use footpaths, they'll use alleyways, they'll go across parks, and you know, the risk is huge. To bring it down and to minimise those risks, then our drivers will look to take them off at the first opportunity.
So we've just seen you do a pursuit round here. You've got one police Sur-Ron, you've got one marked bike, one traffic car, and after say a minute, you'd fettled it down to a few quick streets, and even though the rider's an advanced rider on the Sur-Ron, you still managed to catch him. No matter where he went, within 3 vehicles you've managed to catch this rider, and you've got more of those vehicles out on the streets as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
So when those that are riding will be caught.
So most of the time we operate in unmarked vehicles. So you might turn a corner, into a junction, and there might be a police vehicle there. And if it's there and the circumstances are right, you're coming off. You're coming off. You're going to lose your bike. You're going to probably sustain minor injuries, and you're going to be locked up.
Yeah.
We'll look at all the evidence that we've got, and we'll put you before court. You won't get getting your bike back.
Just tell us what the thing with the BMW car here was then when you went to stop the bike originally. What was that called?
So that's called a reinforced stop, where we take the nose off the vehicle. We do it on bikes and cars, and it prevents their escape, essentially. But as you saw, the Sur-Ron's agility enabled it to go up onto the path, onto the footpath, and it makes off. And then in those circumstances, you're straight into a pursuit.
Yeah.
So we're very mindful when we look to implement that tactic. We look at the surroundings. We try to use roadside furniture to the best opportunity in order to prevent that pursuit. That's what we're all about. We're about pursuit mitigation.
Yeah.
Reduce the risk to the public, to the rider, and hopefully we can do our job. Go, 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 go.
Tell us first of all why people can't ride a Sur-Ron on the road and you can.
If you're of a certain age and you can hold a motorcycle licence, you can ride the Sur-Ron on the road, but you need to register it with the DVLA. You need to have insurance. You need to wear the correct clothing, including the crash helmet, and you can ride them. You know, there's a big misconception that the police have got them and the Joe public can't, but that's not the case. You can, if you've got the correct bits and pieces.
If you want one of these, you get one, you register it with DVLA, you put a number plate on, you make sure it's all compliant on the road, you get your CBT or your direct access, whatever you want to get, driving licence wise, you put an helmet on, you get insurance and you're fully covered to ride. Is that correct?
You're absolutely right, Ben. Agility of these is fantastic, far superior to a traditional motorcycle due to the light weight, the manoeuvrability of the bikes. They're fantastic for that sort of criminality. So
against a BMW RT, which is a normal motorcycle that people see being ridden around by the police officers, against an RT, say if we went down some sort of slalom course, what's the difference between this and the BMW RT, weight-wise and obviously manoeuvrability-wise?
So the RT will wipe the floor of these bikes on the straight roads, give it an agility course, some cones, lay them out, and this is going to wipe the floor of the RT.
Right.
It will get away easily. And if you take like London, for example, like the West End, it's very congested, heavy with traffic. You've got cars, buses, lorries, all sorts of stuff. These are fantastic for getting about in those sort of environments.
When you go out as a team, you go out as a pack, and you go hunting, is that correct?
Yeah.
Roughly how many vehicles go out with you, how many officers have you got with you?
We generally got 3 or 4 cars out. I'll always put one of these out with a traditional bike. So we've got an ability to target a spectrum of vehicles. These are brilliant for your pedal bikes, your electrically assisted bikes, your e-scooters and your Sur-Rons, and even the lower powered mopeds.
We've just done a test basically, haven't we, in regards to the Sur-Ron, this police Sur-Ron, a police marked RT motorcycle and a criminal Sur-Ron by authorised riders. We're in a static area, so you might think we're on major roads, but we're at Gravesend, aren't we? This is the police training centre. It looks like it's some sort of Hollywood set, but it's not. It's actually where you all learn certain tactics, right training and that firearms training, that sort of thing. So we've done it around here. So the videos we've just seen, I'm absolutely amazed. First of all, the power of this compared to the normal Sur-Rons, because we're leaving them for dead. And then the manoeuvrability of the Sur-Ron versus the RT, and then this versus the Sur-Ron. They're massively fields apart, aren't they?
I mean, yeah, you can see from what we've done this morning how much needed these were.
Yeah.
You know, the RT itself, great bike for your fast roads, your motorways, etc. But when it comes to your congested roads, your tight roads, your short narrow roads, and then throw in some parked vehicles and pedestrians as well, you can't take an RT into the central London. These, on the other hand, are fantastic. You know, you can get through small gaps. They're as nippy as you like, and they're definitely a tool going forward that I think the police need. Yeah, all they want to do is get away from the police, or you know, if they've committed an offence, they want to get away from the area because they know the police will be converging on that area. So
last but not least, we've had a drone. I'm going to call him a drone expert. He stood there saluting and nodding now. But we've had a drone flying round. But this is a sterile area. There's no flight guidelines, weight guidelines, licence guidelines or anything like that. We've got permission from the people that work here to let us do that. People often talk to me and say, what is or why can't a drone be used in a pursuit? We shouldn't be pursuing stuff anymore. And when I say we, people are going to moan, why do you think we? There shouldn't be pursuits. What we should do is get to 30 mile an hour in a 30 limit. If it goes over that, we let it go and the drones take over. How possible is it to use a drone in a pursuit? And what are the benefits? Because in West Yorkshire, let's just say per day, in Bradford, we might have had 7 pursuits per day. That include Huddersfield, Wakefield, Cleckheaton, Halifax, all these other places, Huddersfield. How many drone operators do you think there are? How far would a drone go in a pursuit? Or if not, why can't you get a helicopter out? People don't realise there might be one helicopter per county. Do you see what I mean? People think there's just drone operators just sat in cars, pursuit goes past them, they open boot, get a drone out, and then drone can go 38 miles at 130 mile an hour. What are the thoughts in regards to drones in regards to pursuits?
Drones are probably the latest part of technology that the police have acquired, and I think the future is really positive with the drones. Obviously they've got to operate within legislation, and I know that for a civilian drone operator, you know, the weight of the drone is crucial. There's also issues with line of sight. Certainly the future in relation to drones is looking positive, and who knows where we'll be in, you know, for 3-4 years time.
So if you can make a car in theory drone size and it'd lift up and it'd be up there for hours, it'd go 300 mile an hour, it could go up to 50,000 feet and it could operate by 2 people in a room, that'd be fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But people actually think these people just drive around in cars all day waiting for a pursuit, and they can fly from Halifax to Huddersfield to South Yorkshire.
They do it in the military, don't they?
Well, exactly, but that's the military and we don't have that budget, do we? So can I say, first of all, Ryan, thank you very much for showing us the bikes.
Ben, pleasure.
It means a lot, and I hope you keep doing what you're doing and getting the criminals off the road.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Nice one. Cheers, mate.